What's up YouTube, this is Joe from Team Death Meta giving you a deck list today of a deck that I will be playing in the current format for a while until I want to play something else. Because that's how I roll. And it is Cyber Dragons. I've been waiting for that deck to come out for ages since it got announced in the OCG. Cybers are one of my favourite archetypes. It is my favourite archetype from GX and probably my third favourite archetype altogether, behind Blue Eyes and Galaxy Eyes, or Galaxy Photon, because I consider Galaxy and Photon in the same archetype really. Yeah, so when the deck got announced I was waiting until the deck came out, and I immediately bought 3 decks, and combining with all the stuff that I collected of Cybers, I had like 3 of everything. It took me a while to get 3 of this, but it was pricey. But I now have I feel like a stable deck to play. I've been picking up, battling it against my Chaos Blue Eyes, which was probably my best deck at the moment, and it's been winning all the time. Just the sheer brute force that Cybers possess and can continuously spam and just keep play stable for a good while, and when that field presence goes, it will just pick up a new field presence on your next turn. Is just incredible, and yeah, it is now the deck I'm playing, and I feel like it's very good. Obviously though, if you guys feel like you have any suggestions, as I'll say at the end of the video, post them in the comments below and tell me your thoughts and how do you think that you would upgrade the deck. Also let's put something in the side deck that will be in there. There we go. So enough of that, let's get on with it. We have 1 Cyber Otane. I feel like 2 is too much unless you're going for the Cyber Network spam variant of the deck. I feel like if you're not going for that variant, 1 is good enough. It's just your Dark Hole in a monster form that you need. Because of this, I feel like Dark Hole is irrelevant, plus Cyber Otane only wipes your opponent's field, whereas Dark Hole does both. And as Cybers, you want to keep your field presence, and then just smack them with either an OTK or near OTK play. And yeah, so 1 Eltane just again as a field wipe and general boost, and he's a good end game as well. Obviously Cyber deck, 3 Cyber Dragons. I prefer this artwork other than the artwork that I have in IRL, which is the Evolution Burst on a Cyber Dragon, which I will just bring up just so you guys know the variant that I play. Someone made that picture on a Cyber Dragon card. It looks lovely, it looks amazing. If I ever do a IRL video deck profile of this, you'll see it yourselves, but that's the Cyber Dragon look that I have. But anyways, enough of that. 3 Cyber Dragons is Cyber Dragon deck. You're gonna have 3 Cyber Dragons. Yeah, it's just the best spammable monster I think that we have in the game. Yeah, nothing more said to that. Then we have 3 Cyber Dragon Dre, or Cyber Dragon 3, apparently is the translation. But yeah, 3 Cyber Dragon Dre, just your general rank 5 engine. One of your rank 5 engines in the deck. You'll see the other engine in a bit, but just a great monster, one of the cards that came in the new deck, and yeah, it just helps the deck in dramatically. It can protect your monsters, and it will also again goes for rank 5 players by making it a level 5 and every other Cyber Dragon to control level 5, and its name is Cyber Dragon on the field and engraved, and you don't have to pay a cost. Whether we had to do with Cyber Dragon was away. But great card, 1800 beat stick as well, and it just does a lot for the deck. 3 Cyber Dragon Cores, which is your searcher of the deck. It searches your search card. What more could you want? It searches a voter. It's brilliant. And it also keeps the Cyber Dragon 1 on the field or engraved. You gotta have 3. It's just great. These 2 come in the deck. It's just fantastic. 3 Cyber Dragon Valleys. I say Cyber Dragon Valley. 3 Cyber Valleys. Just your draw power and your stall of the deck, and it's just a great card. Always has been for Cybers. And yeah, 3 of those. I keep the One's Way because I like to have as many Cyber Dragons as possible, and I feel like One's Way is just enough. You can just go for some other combos in the deck, like your rank 4s, and if you have him out already, along with any summon your way, you can go for a rank 5 as well. And yeah, it's a useful card to have. I feel like. So I have the 1. Your other rank 5 engine though is Chronomally Golden Jet, or in the OCG is OO Parts Golden Shuttle. I prefer that one. But Chronomally Golden Jet, I got this idea off a deck list that Cyber Knight 8610 posted on Facebook, and I looked at it, I saw it, I was like, you know what, that actually works. There's a level 4 light machine that can make itself a level 5. It fits the deck very nicely. I've been testing it out, and it's perfect. It brings out other options for rank 5s, whereas Dre limits you to a machine only XCs. So you can only really go into Nova. So Golden Shuttle or Golden Jet, just it brings out more options for the deck, and it's been doing very well, very nicely. Only at 2 though. 2 is all you need. It's a machine deck, so Machina Fortress is just very good. It's another boss monster, you could say, for the deck, and it's a good store card as well. And then, because we pretty much have all lights other than Machina, we got Honest. For the spells, 2 Power Bond, 3 is too much. I used to play 3, and 3 was going alright, but then after a while it's just like, oh, I'm clogging my hands with Power Bonds, and I'm drawing at the wrong times. But 2 is great. Being a fusion part deck, you know, you gotta have your Power Bonds. Power Bonds is just a perfect card for the deck. And yeah, it's just brings out your OTKs as well for Power Bonds. It's a great card. 2 MSTs, because this deck hates back row, so there's 2 MSTs to blow it up. Your rotor of the deck, Cyber Repair Plant, which came in the deck, and it's amazing. Just searches out your Cybers from your deck, and just keeps the consistency extremely well. That's what Cybers needed, really, was just consistency. Just search out our monsters, and we finally have it. The only thing is you need a Cyber Dragon in your graveyard, which is incredibly easy to do, so it's not really a problem. One of your other end game cards is Overload Fusion. Cyber decks aren't really running this anymore, and I don't understand why. Overload Fusion is probably the ultimate end game card that you could play in the Cyber Dragon deck. I love it. I still love it. It's a great card. It's just you go for your Chimera Tech play at the very end when you need it, or if you're in a tight spot, Overload Fusion can save you by bringing out a Chimera Tech Over Dragon. It's just like, ever since this new deck came out, there's just like, oh, we don't need Chimera Tech Over Dragon anymore. You still can use Chimera Tech Over Dragon and Overload Fusion play. You can do it better now because the deck's more consistent and can fuel the grave even better. But that's a rant for another day, which I pretty much did the whole rant right there. But Overload Fusion, again, it's another fusion card for the deck in my that I play, and it's a great card. I really do love it. Again, it's a perfect end game win play, and yeah, I just really like Overload Fusion. 2 Forbidden Lance for protection. Yeah, if you want to play 3, play 3. 2's been going pretty well for me. Limiter removal, again, OTK play, OTK card. If you want a machine deck, you want a limiter. 1 machine duplication. I like 1, or I have been thinking of upping up to 2, but at the moment 1's doing very well for me. So you can. Is a great combo with Cyber Dragon Core to bring out 2 Cyber Dragons, since Cyber Dragon Core is treated as Cyber Dragon on the field, so you can just bring out 2 Cyber Dragons instantly from your deck, or for a Cyber Valley play to draw 2 cards. It's a very nice card. 1's doing well for me so far, so, but if you want to run it at 2, I don't say no, you know, 2's very nice. We also have a Book of Moon and a 1 day of peace for the rest of the one-ofs. Book of Moon is just a great protection card, and 1 day of peace can combo very well with Power Bond if you didn't win. If you didn't OTK your opponent in that play, use 1 day of peace, draw a card, and you take no damage from Power Bond that turn and the next turn. And it's a very nice card. If you don't have the things in the hand at the right moment, just play 1 day of peace, storm for 2 turns, and hopefully draw into it. It's a very nice card. Two for the traps. We've got 2 trap stuns again. Hate back row. DNA Surgery. It's perfect for this deck. Just Chimera Tech spam all day. If you want to up it to 2, go ahead. I keep the other in my side deck just in case I need it. But DNA Surgery, yeah, it's a great card for Cyber Dragons. 1 Cyber Network. It's just for that one play that I can do with the Eltane. I feel like for more Eltanes you run, the more networks you should run, and vice versa. It's just a great card. You can swarm the field. You can't conduct your battle phase that turn, but you can just swarm the field with powerful exceeds that you need. So you can just like make Pleiades, and you got 2 compulses, and you make your Nova, and yeah, just so on and so on. And it's a good card. But I just want out one at the moment. 1 Dark Bribe, again, back row hate, compulse. You know, why not 5 compulses? You know, it's a great card. I like compulse. 1 Prison, because prison comes in the deck, so I now have 3 of them. So I'm now running a prison in this deck. Prison's very nice, because you do get those monsters that like to be destroyed because they have good effects. So just banish them instead. And 1 Phoenix Chain for the effect monsters. With extra it, we have 2 Cyber End Dragons, because he is now viable with the support. It's lovely. I love Cyber End Dragon. I'm happy that he's now a viable option. I want 2 because 1 for the Nova play if it actually gets off, and 1 for the Power Bond play because you can get it off extremely well. I like 2. You shouldn't go more than 3 unless you want to play a Malefic variant of the deck with Cyber End, which could work maybe. But anyways, so yeah, 2 End Dragons, 2 Twin Dragons, because Twin Dragon Power Bond play is just too good. Twin Dragon is probably the best Cyber Dragon fusion that we have. Sorry, Cyber End Dragon, I do like you. But yeah, Twin Dragon running at 2, and 2 Fortress Dragons. As you can see, you've got the 2/2/2 and 2 Novas. It's just consistent. It's very consistent. I keep the other Fortress in the side deck just in case I put the other DNA Surgery in. Then I can just, and if they, because mostly round 2, game 2, they will probably side in their own Cyber Dragons and Fortresses against you. So if you side in more Fortresses than them, you will win the Fortress War. So it's a good play to do. 1 Over Dragon for the Overload play. For the XDs, we've got 2 Novas, because Nova is amazing. I agree with one of my subscribers that you shouldn't make the deck based on Nova. You should make the deck use Nova as the support that he's meant to be. Nova is a support. He's not a main monster. He's not the boss monster. This is the boss monster. This maybe. These are the boss monsters. He is the support. That's how that's how you should run Cybers, in my opinion. If you feel like this is more consistent, you know, that's great. Congrats. But just being able to make himself a 42 for 1 turn by using up your resources, I feel like it's just not the way a boss monster should go. This is a boss monster. He does massive damage. And this guy helps bring them out. That's how it should run. But again, Nova's great. I run at 2. It's just a really good option. And support. 2 Pleiades, because I actually have 2 in IRL, and this deck can use them best. Although Galaxy Photons can do it, but I put Galaxy Photons to a side for the moment until the Primal Origins comes out, where we get mass Galaxy support, and that's when I'll go back to Galaxies, and you'll be seeing a deck profile on that time. But yeah, Pallades is a great option. It's just another 2 compulsors each in a monster. It's great, easy to bring out. Volcasaurus because he's another great rank 5, and Tyrus because he's another great rank 5. That's mostly why they're there. Popping and burn and just general pop and stall. For the rank 4s we got Paladynamo because you run lights in the deck and he's a good option and he's an O-Fusion killer. And we got Gig and X, it's a machine deck and he can search your monsters. So it's very good. For the side deck, it's all options really. You can go for a third twin if you really want to go a lot more fusion based. This is a fusion deck, but it does half of it is ranks exceeding plays. But it is a fusion deck, but it's not ultimate fusion, you could say, if that makes any sense. So if you want to go for literally pure fusion and have Xyz as a really thin support, then yes, 3 Twin Dragons is great. I won the Fortress, as I mentioned before, I won the Fortress in the side deck along with the DNA Surgery. This card is in the side deck because when it does come out it will be made, because Cybernet Fusion Support is an amazing spell. It literally just makes this the ultimate fusion card and can just fuse from anywhere that you want and just literally go for the OTK plays like that. And it's being searchable by Cyber Dragon Core is just amazing, and it's a quick play spell as well. All it costs is just half your life points, which if you're late game you can just bam right there. It doesn't even matter. But I don't run it and I'm not profiling it in the deck because this is the deck that I have in IRL, and I don't want to put OCG cards that we don't have yet in the main deck, because that's not how I do decks for you guys. When I do a deck for you guys, it's what you can make in IRL. Like if you literally saw this deck profile, you can go out on eBay and purchase every card in the deck and have the deck in front of you. That's how I profile decks for you guys. That's how I always will profile decks for you guys, unless like I did with the Galaxy deck a while ago. It was something that I will aim to make, and it was a special deck profile. Other than deck profiles like that with special, it's like this is amazing support and I want to show it to you guys that's coming out. That's when I'll do a deck profile like that. But for a deck profile like this, it's all about you can now make this deck in IRL. But fusion support is something that we will be getting hopefully in the future, and it's an amazing card for the deck. Secondary Prison and Chain are in the side decks because they are another good cards that you can run, and again the DNA Surgery. But that's the deck profile, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope this tempts you to play Cyber Dragons. I really do recommend playing Cyber Dragons. They are such a good deck. Their power plays are probably some of the best that you'll get at the moment, and they can match the meta quite well, because we do have a lot of type aimed decks at the moment. So with Cyber Dragons being able to run DNA Surgery, that's probably max potential. In the main deck you don't even have to side them. They're not even side deck cards to fight the meta. You can aim them in the deck and the deck will not be ruined. Like I could do this right now and my deck is not ruined at all. And that is amazing for a deck to be able to do that and fight the meta constantly all the time without having to side deck. And so I do recommend Cyber Dragons. Give them a go. Play them online if you want to as well at first. Play them online, test them out. But I really do recommend. It's a great deck to play, and literally 3 structure decks will make you pretty much most of this deck. The only thing you have to then buy is Cyber End Dragon, which is like a quid online on eBay. Cyber Fortress Dragon, which is probably one of the most expensive things in the deck other than Pallades and Paladynamo, but being at like 6 quid. But even then, just having 1 or 2 can really help with the deck, can make you move forward. But yeah, give it a go. Hope you guys enjoyed this next video. There'll be more in the future. And this is Joe from Team Death Meta signing out. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.